Yo, happy new year, guys. So let's do some predictions for 2022, but not necessarily price predictions. Obviously, we saw in 2021, ultimately all my price predictions actually came true except for Bitcoin, which at the beginning of last year I said 80K Bitcoin was my price prediction, and we didn't get there. And I think pretty much everybody's predictions were, for the most part, wrong. I was able to initially, and it all happened in that earlier cycle in the spring, where Doge, Cardano, Ethereum, all those price predictions came true. So what do I see for 2022? And not necessarily price prediction, because this first 2 weeks is going to be telling. And what I mean by that is we're going to see if a lot of the institutional money is going to allocate to crypto, and to what extent. I think that they will. People are going to take positions. They're going to feel like, hey, we're not buying tops here for most of the stuff, so let's at least take a position. And I think that'll bid well for us, I think, in the first couple weeks and stuff like that. With a lot of the stuff, I'm not getting too greedy. I actually just took some profits with Cosmos, a little bit of a swing trade there. I do still have some Cosmos at play over on Osmosis. I have some Osmo, and some of the stuff I'm spread out too much, and it honestly gets kind of exhausting. So we have to kind of look for trends. What's kind of going on? What's the trend right now? I mean, obviously with BuySwap, we had the NFT marketplace launched, and then we had the Squid Games thing. So that was like a good potential swing trade, or I was in that for heavy for 6+ months. DeFi Kingdoms has been popping off here lately. How much more run does it have? It's really hard saying. People say it's got the potential to go as high as Axie Infinity kind of levels and stuff like that, maybe even further, but that's not something that I personally would recommend banking on. You can ride in, leave moon bags, or whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff, it's kind of like you don't know what's going to happen with it. It's kind of like Hex and Pulse Chain and stuff like that. It's like, it's really hard to predict exactly what's going to happen to this stuff. So I think that we will have continued interesting things. There's always going to be that carrot out there. At the end of the day, I do see decent amounts of money somewhat flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the other top projects and everything, here kind of at the beginning of 22, like the first quarter of 2022. But again, I'm not going to get greedy. And I think that that's something everybody kind of needs to somewhat realize. Like, I mean, you need to be like taking profits over time and, doing fun things with it and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, as this thing has played out, and I know a lot of us have tried to, ride various projects, got really bullish on various projects at different time, and then it's like the hype dies on it. And then if you're sit there holding that bag, and it's almost like the entire environment completely changes, and then you're just kind of left there with this broken dreams and stuff like that. So it's almost like, if you're not going to keep your pulse on the market, the issue is, like, right now we're kind of high enough up with Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, these kind of things, even Avalanche, Solana, these kind of things, that it's like, well, how much more does it have? How much more energy could it really have to really bang out and get a double, maybe triple, with some of this stuff? But you just kind of question it. But with Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, they all are pretty much world reserve assets at this point. And a lot of the printing going on around the world, it's really hard to say how much of that money is still kind of locked up and hasn't been deployed. We'll see, as in 2022, how much money for various grants, various different different situations that money gets deployed. So that's kind of my thought process going here into 2022, is that the first 2-3 weeks is going to be like very, very pertinent. I am already taking profits though on various things. When I say I'm taking profits, that mainly means I'm going into stable coins, going into stable coin pools, and I'm going to ride that a little bit further here. But that being said, there is going to become a point where we are going to have a massive blow off with a lot of these different areas, whether it be something that caused some success, or an entire kind of sector and stuff like that. We continue to see some of the NFT buying. I saw Eminem bought one of the Bored Yacht Club apes or whatever. So there's stuff still popping. People are still chasing kind of after some of that, and we'll see at what point the thing totally gets diluted to where people are forced to sell kind of at lower levels. That being said, guys, what projects are you guys looking into right now? For me, Luna, my exit point for Luna right now is 105. I will tell you that. I am bullish on the project. Who knows how high it could go? That's just for me personally, of where I think that I can get out of it with a little bit of a profit, and can feel good about that and everything. So again, at this point, I'm trying not to be too greedy on various swing trades or various different plays. What are you guys seeing out there? And hopefully you guys had a happy new year, and 2022 is starting out great. Follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, and Twitter. Hive, BearShares, Weeku. Yeah, a lot of those platforms are dead. So anyway, guys, see ya.